Good morning! Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, which is crazy. How quick is this week going? I wanted to come on for the first time this week. Crazy, right? Like, I just feel like time is going so fast that I get to work on being more consistent and make sure that I'm doing what I commit to doing every single day, which is coming live and sharing my heart with all of you. Today, I wanted to hop on and talk about the whole idea of perspective because I wanted to figure out, I'm finishing up my talk tonight, which, by the way, you are invited to come and take part in. That talk is called, what do you know? The power of perspective, how we can change our lives from living from the inside out instead of from the outside in. When I'm talking about perspective, I'm not necessarily talking about that whole is the glass half empty or is it half full? Because sometimes the glass is half empty. Sometimes things kind of suck. And I don't think we can go and just downplay on life's very real and sometimes very difficult situations and circumstances. What I am saying, however, is that we may not realize or be paying attention to just how much our perspective and our viewpoint, our vantage point, the way we're seeing things, how much that's impacting the results that keep showing up in our lives. So, a lot of people forget that it's very, 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 very easy to fall into what I call the victim vantage point. When we fall into victim mode, we actually fall into a belief that life happens to us and not for us. And when we fall into that belief, guess what happens? We start to feel powerless and we start to believe that we're not worthy and we start to embrace all of the things that are going to hold us back, which obviously none of us wants to do. It's more of a unintentional and default behavior that happens when we're not actually aware and awake and paying attention. So I want to ask you, particularly in the way that the world is going right now and all the things that are going on, what is your perspective? Not so much about what's going on and what's this and what's that and what's right and what's wrong, but more, what is your perspective about your own role? One of the things that was a very, very powerful lesson for me last year was that we are source. We ultimately are the root cause of many things. So if we want to think about our lives and how things turned out, we have to be able to look back at the source of what created that to begin with. So, you know, what's an example of this? What is an example of this? Okay, for years and years and years in my business, I sourced a lot of fear and I sourced a lot of uncertainty. I sourced a lot of self-doubt. And as a result of feeding into those beliefs and choosing to see myself as small and insignificant, like it didn't matter, I was actually creating a reality that reflected that. So this is where I really, really want to drive home the point that how we are on the inside and how we show up and what we believe about what we are capable of and what we get to do to show up in the world, that is where the power is. It's called living from the inside out. And I invite you to really think about that. Like when you're looking at the world right now and you're looking about what you get to do to show up in the world, what is your viewpoint? What is the perspective that you're holding onto? Is it serving you or is it actually holding you back? Again, we're not talking about is the glass half empty or is the glass half full. We're talking about how your perspective, your viewpoint is either holding you back or pushing you forward. So for me, to put this as an example, I am looking at how do I get to show up in light of all the chaos that's been happening. And even if it wasn't happening, I get to show up in the world in a powerful, powerful way. But I have to start right here. I have to start inside of myself and believe in what's possible and believe in the energy I'm creating and believe in the ripples that I get to create in my professional and in my personal life. So my perspective really comes back down to what can I create? and really paying attention to the fact that I am powerful enough to create joy, to create happiness, to create peace. I have the power to create tremendous good in the world. However, I also have the power to create hurt, to create shame, to create doubt. So really, this is a very, very deep topic, and that's not lost on me that it's that deep. But tonight I'm going to really dive into this in a free Zoom call from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Zoom. I invite you to sign up because we're going to dive in. I'm going to actually show you a physical model on my computer to demonstrate just how this works, how everything comes back to me. In other words, everything comes back to you. And that's good news. The good news is that we have the ability to stop being a victim and to start actually stepping up in full ownership and full responsibility and create powerful ripples in the lives of those around us and in our world. It's powerful, and not enough of us are stepping into that power. So the power of perspective is everything. So I encourage you, please join tonight. I will post a link below so you can pre-register. And I will, sorry, I got distracted. A friend of mine's texting me, so it pops up and I'm like, wait, where's my trail of thought? Okay, power of perspective. If you want to learn how you can change the way you're looking at things in order to change the way you're showing up, you get to be in the Zoom room. It's powerful. It's life-changing. I mean, I'm telling you, I am not the person I was a year ago because I have begun to understand that I am powerful. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I hope to see you in the room. Bring a friend, share the good news, let everyone know that there's an opportunity to join us for free. And I do this every 2 weeks. We do a talk, and it's always a lot of fun and very insightful. So I will see you tonight. I will post a link shortly, and let me know your thoughts, your comments, anything like that. I would love to hear from you. Bye.